Hi guys, thank you for joining this class. So sorry not to be able to be at Swing Out New Hampshire with all of you, as I'm sure we're all feeling. It's been far too long without dancing all together and traveling around and seeing everybody. But I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe, and I hope you enjoy this dance class. And I look forward to being at Swing Out New Hampshire next year, or seeing you somewhere. Hopefully soon. So we're going to work on a little bit of a routine today. We'll take a bit of a warm-up here. To kick things off, we're going to dance to a favorite band of mine, Boilermakers. Paul Constantino, fabulous musician, great band, and he's taught me probably more songs than any other band leader. A great one for the songs. Great player and a great guy. So we're very excited to dance to Paul Constantino here to start. We'll kick it off. Double it up. Oh yeah. to our box. Oh, good. All right, well, hopefully we're a bit more warmed up. And I'll try and do a mix of facing front and facing back. So hopefully you'll be able to see a little bit of what's going on from both angles. So we're going to jump right into this first phrase. And this first phrase is going to be built off of a little jump here. Yeah. We're jumping onto our right leg, and we're tapping the left behind. And that little tap, that toe tap, is just going to shoot you into the air again. And you're going to come down on that left foot. So again, it goes shoot back, 5, 6, 7, shoot back, 5, 6, 7, shoot back, 5, 6, 7, shoot back. We're going to have this little scuff with the right leg, and it's going to pick you up in the same way that that tap on the left kind of picked you up into a jump. Same thing here. Scuff on the right is going to take us into a little hop on the left. We're going to come down. So it goes 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Shoot back. And as you come down out of that little scuff, I'm just going to let that carry you forward into that clap. So again, it goes 5, 6, 7, and shoot back. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. A couple of things to think about as you're doing this. Make sure, even though there's this sense of jumping onto the right leg, that you don't make this a big movement that goes back and forth. And I'd like this to be a bit more contained. More about the rhythm being right underneath you. And there's up and down movement than anything side to side. Similarly, when you're doing this, it's very easy to think about that first beat as the landing. But actually you need to have the sense of the jump that's carrying you into it. So, there's that little breath into it. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, very simple kind of call and response. Toes, heels, toes to answer. So again, it goes 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Just going to repeat that twice to get our 4/8. Yeah. So it's a little bit like the half break phrase from Shim Shim, where you have kind of 2/8 with a little call and response that repeats to finish out the phrase. Let's try this with some slow music. We'll step away from the Boilermakers and we'll go on to Naomi and her Handsome Devils, another one of my favorite bands on the scene nowadays. And we'll take, let's say, Living in a Great Big Way. We'll take Living in a Great Big Way, which, if it's been a while or you haven't seen the clip with Bojangles and Jenny Lagone, do yourself a favor and go check out Living in a Great Big Way with Bojangles and Jenny Lagone. A great clip. But anyway, this is Naomi and the Handsome Devils. We're living in a great big way. We'll take that phrase a few times. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Got to set my fingers. Got the rhythm in my walk. As the others say, I'm living in a great big way. I ain't for nothing, but I watch it like my heart. And I'm living okay, for living in a great big way. try it a few times a little bit faster as well. And for this, let's take Dennis Lickman's Brain Cloud with Tamar Korn singing. Another one of my absolute favorite bands. Yeah, great band. So you should check out their albums. This is the title track from their song, their album, Outside Looking In. So start to move on to the second phrase here, and we'll pick up a step off boogie up and boogie back. Again, a classic here. So we boogie up and boogie back, but we're going to cut it in half. So we got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Find that nice easy bounce with it. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, boogie up, hey, take it on back, back. Here you can take that little shuffle, or if you want kick, step, step. We're just going to have the beginning of our ego slide. Kick, step, step, twist, twist. We're going to go into a twist here. Yeah. 8 in the 1, boom, bang. 5, 6, 8 in the 1, twist, twist. And we're going to have a little hold. 5, 6, 7, back it to 5, whoop, 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 ah. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, boogie to 5, boom, bang, boom, bang, bang. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, rock it to 5, boom, bang, a boom, bang, boom. Good. So if we put those two together, we have our boogie up and boogie back, and right into that kickball change on 8. 5, 6, we'll take it on up. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back into boom, whoop, whoop, boom, bang, bang. And we gather together at the end. Then we're just going to fall backwards. 2, 3, 4, up, down. Okay. And we're going to kind of hit up and drop down to finish our fall off the log. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah. If we put that together facing front here, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, back to boom, whoop, whoop, back, back, bang. Together, fall back, up, down. 8, 1, 2, 3, finish up the front. And with me facing away, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, boogie up, hey, we take it on back, a boogie back, whoop, whoop, a boom, back, bang, hey, ho, boom, ah, hey, boom, ho, back, back, boom. And we finish out that phrase. Let's go ahead and give that a try with some music. We'll go back to that living in a great big way. Yeah, pretty straightforward. We have that drop, hit, a boom, ba, bang, ba, boom. Should be pretty straightforward to pick up that 8 with the boogie up on the right. So again, if we take it from the hey, ho, a wop, ba, boom, boogie up, boogie up. 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you can see the way that I'm going from the flatness of that, where I'm kind of rolling back and forth, but there isn't a bounce per se, to picking up that pulse when they're with 5, 6, 7. Hey, ho, a boom, ba, boom, 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 bang, ba, boom, a boom, ba, whoop, whoop, a boom, hey, a boom, da, boom, whoop, ah, ba, boom, boom, if we move on to that next phrase, we're going to go ahead and take a fall off the log here. Built on fall off the log, we'll have one basic. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. On that second fall off the log, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Just going to be kind of throwing that leg. Throwing that leg and working against it in the upper body. So you can twist either like this, or I often twist kind of up over the top there against that leg coming up. Be a little bit careful. I think sometimes you can go too hard and people can kind of twist their knee a little bit. This really shouldn't hurt. So if you're overdoing it there, then easy does it. Yeah. So we got 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to tuck behind on 5 and turn on 6. And really save that turn up. Yeah, we turn on 6 and we're going to land down on 2 feet on 8. So it's going to be 5, 6, 7. A basic, ho, a ba, ba, bang. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we land over rotated on a bit of a diagonal. If you think of a kind of a box that you're in, a bit of a diagonal. And again, if you can, try to land on 2 feet there. Try not to jump exactly, but it's more of a drop where you catch yourself on both feet. Yeah. So again, that phrase we got 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we pick that up nice and strong. From there, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We'll take our boogie drops on that diagonal. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, ba, ba, bang. Yeah. And we're going to gather on 8 out of those. So we land 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And pick up our boogie back from the last phrase. Yeah. Let's go ahead and try that all together from the fall off the log. So one basic fall off the log with the twist business. We'll hook behind, turn around, land 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. The step at the end there, 8, 1, 2. Rather than opening up on 3 with that knee out, just bring it here and kind of touch. So you have 8, 1, 2, 3, back, back. So mark that beat, but don't actually open up, or the boogie back will be a little awkward. Let's take it from the basic fall off the log. 5, 6, 7. A boom, bang, a ba, ba, boom, shoot, whoop, boom, ba, boom. Hey, boom, 1, 2, 3, a 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, boom, bang. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Boom, ba, bang, a ba, ba, boom, a boom, do that, boom, hey, boom, ba, bang, a ba, ba, boom, a ba, boom, hey, boom, ba, boom. Yeah. Let's go ahead and think about the transition already now between the last phrase, the boogie up and boogie back phrase. And if you remember, that was how we finished. We finished 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Timing wise, it's a pretty easy transition, but I'd like us to think about directions just a little bit, that you're working up and back on this line, and then bam, we hit the perpendicular line there with the fall off the log. So try and make that distinction there in that moment. Let's go ahead and try this latest phrase, the fall off the log one, with some music. We'll start a little slow here. Let's go back to Boilermakers, and I think it's Take My Sugar to Tea. There it goes. No, we'll take Thanks a Million. Alright, so that's that little phrase there. Let's go ahead and try this a little bit faster, the fall off the log phrase, to an up-tempo song. And we'll go back to that Brain Cloud song. And then we'll bring in the boogie up phrase as well. We'll try that fast and we can try the transition. So first we fall off the log here with the Brain Cloud. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Just like that. Back to the boogie up. 5, 6, 7. And then it would be right into the fall off the log. Let's try that again. And this time continue. 5, 6, boogie up. So, we're going to go ahead and try our fourth phrase. I'm going to pick up a knee slap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And here, we just have this little run back and forth. And the only real bit of advice I would have is to make sure you stay low enough here that the step that starts it at 3 and 4, that gets a real beat. It's tempting when we do knee slaps or when we reach like this to rise up and let ourselves come off the floor, and we feel like we can't actually find that step. But this, here we go, 1, 2, 4. The step is just as important as the slap. Here you go, 1, 2, boom, bang. And we can pick up a little bit of a sliding step there. Yeah. So again, it goes 8, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, boom, hey. Okay. Let's go ahead and try that again a little bit faster. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Boom. Again, we try that again. 5, 6. When we do this, we face this way. If we face this way, we're going to go around on a little journey. So here, when we finish our boogie drop, and we're on that diagonal, you're going to continue on that diagonal, but you're going to let it carry you around with these 3 knee slaps. Boom. This last one, make sure you really don't commit your weight because you're going to jump. So again, that left foot is forward, but you're going to jump onto it, bring it back, and you're going to touch out. And jump again. Yeah, so again, you're jumping left, right, left. Yeah, and picking that foot up again. Yeah. So again, that left foot is out in front. Sorry, I should do it this way. That left foot is out in front. You've just done your little walk there. And this last one, that same kind of pickup that we had before when you take that touch. Okay. If we're on this diagonal, we've just finished our boogie back business. And we're going to go into those knee slaps. 3 knee slaps to carry us around. And we're trying to get back to that position on the diagonal again for our break. 5, 6, knee slap, here we go. 8, 1, 2, boom, hey, a 2, a boom, 5, a 3, hey. Let's try it a little faster. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Hey. Oh. Boom. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Boom. 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 Oh. Hey. Try that with a little slow music. Yeah. mentioned it before, but you're on that diagonal. And we have our boogie drop. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. It'll be a pretty natural transition to get into that knee slap. If we move on here to our last phrase, we're finishing up kind of on that diagonal, I was saying. And what you're going to think about doing is kicking up the line. And I'll show it this way to begin with, and then I'll flip it around and you can follow along with me. So here I've gone around, and I've hit this diagonal, and rather than moving on that diagonal, I'm going to hit up into the center with our single, double kick. Yeah, and I'll try not to move to make this living room friendly here. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ba, ba, boom, hey, ho. Ba, boom, boom, bang. Yeah. So 2 bits here. The first thing we got shoot, ba, ba, boom, bang. Yeah. This little crossover, cross, tap, boom, bang. We're gonna hit into the knee. So the right leg goes in front, back leg taps behind. And then we do the same thing, shoot, ba, boom, jumping onto our left, with the right tapping behind, and you're going to hit in with the knee, twisting across. And resist that with your upper body a little like we had before on that business. So, boom, bam. This you touch out, and you're going to use that to turn around. So it goes, boom, hey, ho. And just a touch there. Try not to shift your weight onto it. You can put a little bit there to stop yourself, but you're going to need to pick that foot up almost right away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Yeah. And there at the end, the second bit here, we've just hit out after our turn, and you're just hanging out for a second, and then it's just going to be right, left, right, left, right. Yeah. So again, we got ba, ba, boom, hey. And if I'm facing this way here, 5, 6, 7, boom, hey, ho. Let's try that again. 5, 6, 7, boom, hey, ho. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Boom, hey, ho. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. Boom, hey, ho. Yeah. If we put those kicks on the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We pick up tap banging at the beginning of the next phrase there. Let's try that with a little slow music. It might take us a moment. It might take me a moment to find the tempo here, but we'll try this with the slow song. There, when we come around out of the turn, try and kind of sustain the feeling so that this almost feels like you're falling. Make it feel like you're falling. Try not to actually fall, but again, adhere that there isn't just a kind of a dead moment that's kind of filled with the potential to move forward into those steps. Yeah. How was the transition from that? Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, didn't we? You're here, and kick. Okay? Just going to be important to make sure that your feet are underneath you at the end here. If you're too far out here, it's going to be hard for you to jump onto that leg for the kick. So keep that nice and small, and then it should be pretty easy to just free up that right leg. Yeah. Let's try this a little bit faster here. We'll try this to the faster tempo and see what happens. Remember on that diagonal. Kicks. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, no hard. She's sexy,
Try from the knee slaps. Knee slaps. 5, 6, 7. Picking up that tack in together. Okay? And there's just going to be a little bit of an eccentric move with the guy. Boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, bang, boom, boom, ba, boom, ba. Okay? So we're just stepping to the side, tack, and boom, bang, boom, bang. Yeah, and you're just going to attack that step. Boom, bang, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. Try and make sure that you're balancing out both sides of that contrast there. So you find this as soft and as bouncy as possible to kind of contrast with that attack. We're going to take 2 of those, yeah, and then we'll have a boom, 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 bang, boom, bang. a little sweaty maybe. Yeah. Let's try that again. A boom, boom, and boom, bang, boom, bang. Yeah, better. 5, 6, 7. A boom, boom, and make boom, boom, bang. Yeah. So again, we're pulling back, kind of like a scarecrow vibe here. Pulling back, trying not to squeeze too much on the floor. Yeah. Step, tap, step, tap. And then we're just going to bring it together with a little twist, and out, and down. Yeah. So it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shiba, diba, boom, hey, ha. Again, when I face this way, a 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Diba, diba, boom, hey, ha. No better sound on that side. Again, you're getting the true classroom experience here. Plenty of sweat. I gotta do one real good mess up before we finish on the timer, just to bring it home here. But this sliding with the sweat is a good start. Let's try that again. Let's put the 2 eccentric tack endings on the top. So we got a boom, bang, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, bang, boom, hit, ho, boom, ba. Yeah. Let's try that with a little slow music. Hopefully, I'm trying to ground my shoes off. Let's see what happens.
Nothing touches like my heart. And nothing okay, believe in the breezy way.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7.
I'm the salt in the ocean. I'm the sun in the sky. I'm frankly worth everything. Like $1 million as long as I got snap my finger. Got the rhythm in my walk.
Try that a little faster. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, go off and shoot pieces from now on. And I'm with you. Can't
One more,
say
and then I'll spare you the slide.
it's better not to bother. Let all that my
5, 6, 5, 6, 7.
you go your way, I don't mind. It's best we do. Here's a kiss I hope that brings October to you. And make no difference how I carry on.
Good. Again, the transition with that one is pretty straightforward. We have that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and that's the beginning of that phrase. Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of this little class. I've enjoyed imagining I'm spending this time with you, and hopefully it's been fun. And I look forward to when we can meet in person and do this together. So again, stay safe, and I'm glad to see that you're dancing through this time. And look forward to seeing you again at Swing Out New Hampshire next year. All the best.